Okay, I'm going to move quickly through these because they're pretty straightforward. Um, what we're looking to do first is identify the intercept, the y-intercept at -3. We're putting a point there. And then our slope, which is 4, means that we rise 1, 2, 3, 4, and run 1. And we put our second point there. And now all we need to do is connect them, and we've got our line. So let's see if I can do a good job connecting these. Oops. Let's see. It's pretty good. So we are done. Of course, we will put arrows on either end to show that it goes on forever. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to first plot the uh, y-intercept for each one, and then I'm going to rise and run the slope, and then I will draw the line. Okay. Doing the slope in, or the intercept in red, +6. That's right here. And then doing the slope, which is -1/2 here. So when it's negative, you rise negatively. You rise -1, run 2, put a point there. Now I'm going to take a line. Oops. I'm going to take a line that runs through those and hopefully extend them out well. And there you go. This tool's a little bit tough, but okay. And then of course, drawing arrows to show that it goes on forever. Let's do the rest of them. Okay. Notice that there's no number here, right? What is that? Well, it's +0. You can see that this is kind of one of those, it's one of those direct variation equations. You don't have to think of it like that, though. You could just think of it as saying +0. So we have a 0 intercept for y. And then the slope is -5/2. So I drop 5, run 2, put a point there. And then I'm going to draw, oops, my line through that. It takes me a second to kind of line it up well with this tool. Okay, and arrows on either end. Okay, so in this one, we've got a y-intercept of 1. That's right there. And what's the slope? Well, slope just says negative. What does that mean? Well, remember that's got an invisible 1 there, so it's -1. Another way of thinking about that is -1. Since that's an integer, you put it over 1. So you have a rise of -1, run of 1. And you get your second point right there. One thing that I suggested that you can do is you can keep rising and running like that and putting points further apart. You'll get just a more accurate line if you do that. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to try and connect the points that are furthest apart. Going from here, oops. All the way down. See how that runs through all of the points, including the ones that we want? And put arrows on the end. Okay, so what's the y-intercept here? If you don't see anything, remember, it's +0, and that means you have a 0 intercept going through the origin. What's our slope? It is 5/4. So from that point, we rise 5, run 4. We're going to put our second point there. And now I'm going to connect those 2 points. And put arrows at the end. This goes on forever. Okay. First, we're going to plot the y-intercept here at 7. And then we're going to identify the slope as -7/3. So that means that we, from that point, drop 7, run 3. Put our point there. And when we connect them, put arrows on the end. That's it. We've done it. Pretty quick and easy.